first got into motorcycles when I was about 12 or 13, so I've had bikes. I lived on a sort of council estate, and we just used to ride around and have the police chasers and bits and pieces like most kids tend to do. But seriously got into it when I fell in love with my next door neighbour. Had a bike in his front garden and it was covered up, and it was an Honda CM125. And all I saw was like little bits of custom. An Honda CM125 is like a miniature Harley Davidson looking type bike. It's a custom bike. And I remember my neighbour riding it and thinking, oh, he's really cool. He had all the levers on and stuff like that, you know, and it was like, oh, I want that bike. Anyway, so I used to ask him if I could buy it and he'd say no. This went on for 2 years. So I started putting notes through his door from the bike, making out that I was the bike. And it's a true story. And saying, please sell me, I'm rusting, let the next door neighbour have me, look after me. And then one day I went out there and he came out, he said, do you want this bike? I went, yeah, so a couple of £100, bought this CM125. It'd been sitting for over 2.5 years and it started up, it was fantastic. It gave me an helmet, gave me levers and stuff, so instantly I was a biker. I can't actually think of what it would be like to not to have a motorcycle. When I first come up here and got married, I actually sold my bike to help start this shop up. I've run motorbike shops for, this is my third or fourth. I had 3 or 4 bike shops. I love bikes. People you meet, fantastic people. And when it's in your blood, once it's in your blood, you know, you can't stop doing it really. Like I said, it's the freedom. It's sitting in the car, you know, and for hours and hours on end, when if you're on a bike, you can just filter through the traffic, and an hour's journey sitting in the traffic is a 5-minute journey on a motorbike. But going parking, you haven't got to pay for parking, or it's just easy to just jump on a bike when it's a nice day. When it's a bad day, okay, it's a nightmare, you know, you do want to go in your car, but if you're old school, hardcore, you'll jump on your bike no matter what the weather is. You just get used to it, and it's freedom, it really is freedom. Country lanes, over the moors, and it's beautiful up in Yorkshire anyway. I mean, I love Yorkshire as much as I love Devon, and I love Devon a lot, but up there the moors are beautiful, and riding a bike up here is just fantastic, you know, it's really nice. There's nothing like it, you can't explain what it's like. You're concentrating, the thrill and the adrenaline, because obviously country lanes you don't know what's coming around the corner, so you've obviously got to be really careful about that side of it. But it's just an amazing rush. It's fantastic. It wasn't a case of because my dad had a bike I wanted one. I just fell in love with the idea that my next door neighbour had a bike, and then from then on, but my kids love bikes, so you know, and but they don't, they'd rather have cars. It's funny, I ride all weathers, you know, and sort of I've ridden all around Europe and in the States and stuff like that, and when you ride, you sort of get hard skinned, leather skinned, you know. There's hardcore biking, hardcore riding, and then you've got the people that ride just in the summer or when it's nice, which is fine, fair weather bikers, that's cool, you know. People like to be in groups together. Let's say it's a lot of fun when you're riding down the road with 2 or 3 bikes together, or 15 bikes, or 20 bikes, or if you've ever seen it, you know, 200 bikes going down the road. It's fantastic. Being part of that is brilliant. Where if you're in a car, well, you're not going down the road. If you've got 200 cars, you're in a jam. Yeah, I love riding, and I'm old school biker, if you like. You know, I'm sort of like, I've never really been into the scooter scene, but when we started selling them, I took one out, and I was surprised by the amount of people that stopped me and asked me about it. And it's really fun to ride and all. So it's sort of like going from big Harley Davidson, you know, rider to a scooter. 2 wheels are 2 wheels, you know. I mean, that's the thing with me. I don't care what it is. If it's got 2 wheels and it's got an engine, then you know, that's it. That's to me, that's biking.